Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in this video, not only has it been yeah, 20 whole years of YouTube, but it's also currently five whole years that my channel's existed on YouTube, and that has got to be one of the coolest, mind-boggling things to me. On a personal level, especially for people who personally know me. 5 whole years of sticking around with a hobby like this is just, it's kind of awe-inspiring in a way. So yeah, I just gotta say thank you so much to everyone for the past 5 years who's made this little hobby channel of mine a really enjoyable experience. Everyone who's liked, watched, commented, even disliked. The past 5 years, especially the past year 5, which was a roller coaster in itself, the past 5 years have been kind of this amazing, fun experience for a hobby that I honestly didn't think I was going to be going past a year, 2 years, just because, like I said before, I have a habit of dropping hobbies. But this one was actually a lot of fun for me to do, and it's helping me in a couple ways that aren't completely obvious. But yeah, it's seriously, thank you all so much for the past 5 years. Making this little hobby channel one of the funnest things I've ever done in terms of hobbies. And I really can't wait to see what not just this year brings, but the next 5, 10 years, or however long YouTube is going to be around. I can't wait to see what the next few years are going to bring. So again, thank you all so much for sticking with me for the past 5 years with a lot of my ramblings, crappy audio, crappy video, and shenanigans with the channel. So again, thank you all so much for this. The past 5 years have been a really fun hobby. It's a really weird sensation that I've been going for basically a quarter of the total span of YouTube's lifespan so far, which, yeah, I know there's YouTubers who've been out doing this for 10, 15, 20 years, since the beginning of YouTube. AVGN, the nerd, has been doing this since before YouTube was ever conceptualized. So yeah, 5 years might not sound like a whole lot, especially for a small channel, but considering it's a niche hobby, with me doing retro computers, retro video games, and just computers in general, it's kind of a niche thing. Yeah, like I said, it's really surprising that, to me anyway, that I went 5 years of doing this. But yeah, year 5 started out really strong last summer. I was on track to start doing videos every week like I wanted to do. I had a schedule I wanted to started getting done. Things were going good in terms of me posting some stuff on social medias, Instagram, Threads, and Facebook. And then, as a lot of you may recall, I injured myself at work and got put in the hospital for a week and then off work for another week, which, as you can probably imagine, that was not a fun experience. And I'm going to vent a little bit about this because I'm not going to say any names of any companies because I don't want any legal problems with what I could say. But so I got injured at work. What happened was I sprained a muscle, and it got a fluid pocket under the skin, which then got infected. It's called cellulitis. It's very common in mechanics, usually in the legs, because we're always bashing our shins or knees or ankles on random crap on customer cars. But the fact that it happened to my arm is a little uncommon, a little rare actually, but it still happens. It's a common thing with us mechanics. Anyway, arm swelled up, fever, turned red, pink, whatever, medical care, and antibiotics, whatever. So I missed 2 full weeks of work. The thing was, I had workman's comp, I had supplementary insurances, plus I have health insurance, pretty good policy, so it's like, hey, no big deal. You know, things will be covered if anything goes wrong. Well, the insurance that my boss's company has hired a third-party company to do the workman's comp investigation, which is normal, that's what happens. But they decided to give a broad denial that said, hey, no, there's no way in hell that's how you got injured at work. That's not what happens. That's not how it happens. We're not gonna cover it. Your insurance is gonna have to cover it. It's like, fine. Well, unfortunately, my supplemental insurances that I have through work as well, they also denied any financial help because the injury happened at work. Isn't that, wrap your mind around that. I got hurt at work, but I couldn't have got hurt at work with the way Workman's Comp said it. So it could have been work related then, but they still denied it because it happened at work. Yeah, isn't insurance fun? And then the Workman's Comp insurance did not notify my health insurance for almost 4 or 5 months that they had denied. So when I made a courtesy call to my hospital that I went to and said, hey, I haven't received a bill or nothing, and they basically told me, well, they never received word that Workman's Comp denied. And I asked if that was on my end, and they said, no, that's a clerical thing. So basically all of spring and most of the early part of the summer, I was on phone calls and emails trying to sort this out between my insurance, the hospital, and work. It was not fun. I mean, it wasn't a lot of time that I spent. It was like maybe 1 call a week or something that I was trying to deal with the hospital and that kind of stuff. But still, it was really stressful and really annoying because of the financial aspect of all this, which, yes, I will admit, my little plight here with my arm, it could have been a lot worse. Still have my arm, still here, obviously. But, there's people who have it a lot worse than I do in terms of insurances and things not going right. Especially people with wildfires out in California, the hurricanes on the East Coast that LGR, as the day I'm recording this, LGR released a video for the channel update for that, which was kind of a weird timing that I started recording this, that he released that. That was a huge low, was for this roller coaster of the year, was getting hurt and then all the headaches of dealing with that. While I was in the hospital, one of the good things that I really needed for a morale boost was I hit 1,000 subscribers for the channel, which was my goal. One of the first goals I had for the channel was to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I did while I was in the hospital. I wasn't really able to celebrate it except for a short little hooray thing while I was drugged up, basically. But yeah, that was a huge positive morale boost that I needed, that I hit 1,000 subs. And I kind of, it's one of the few times I actually watch my analytics. I was in the hospital, so I had nothing better to do. So I was actually on my laptop basically all day watching, YouTube videos, just kind of keep my mind off things, and watching my subscriber count. I was trying to see if it was gonna, go to 1,000 and then drop down to like 990 or something. Like, I was watching it, and it never did. So it was actually amazing that at my lowest point of that year, not just the calendar year last year, but just the year in general for the channel, I hit my first goal, and it was an amazingly positive thing. And then since then, for other positive things, I've interacted with a lot more people in the retro community. I've joined a few Discord channels, Usagi Electrics, Forgotten Machines, Tech Tangents. I've interacted with a couple of them off and on. And earlier this year, I kind of mentioned this, me and AJ over at Forgotten Machines were chatting on Discord. I posted a picture of my Texas Instruments professional computer on the for sale section on Usagi Electric's Discord, and I got in contact with him, and he was really interested in having a complete, fully working TI PC, which I don't remember if I'll go back to the conversation. I don't remember if he said that he was trying to find a working one, or if he was trying to find one for parts. I don't fully remember. He was really excited because my PC there came with software that not only was not yet archived, but also an older version of DOS that was not archived either. So he was really excited to get to archiving these, and I will admit, I kind of had no idea who AJ was in the grand scheme of things in the tech retro computer community. I do now, and when I kind of asked him, I said, well, do you know how to archive these properly? Because I was told you need special software and hardware to do it, and turns out he's actually one of the leading guys in the retro community when it comes to on the computer side of things for archiving floppies that are no longer in existence and preserving the software. So I kind of had no idea. And just when we were interacting that day, and when we met up, he brought some of his equipment with me to kind of show me how it worked. And AJ, you freaking made me feel like I was back in freaking high school or college, but in a good way. Like, he wasn't one of those teachers that just held up a book and said, hey, turn to chapter 63, type in this code, hey, now you're educated. No, he actually walked me through how the archiving process worked, and it's kind of why I bought a Grease Weasel, so that I could archive and create floppy media of my own. It was a really amazing experience, especially for somebody with a small channel like mine, that I was able to interact with another YouTuber. It actually was a heck of a lot of fun meeting up with him. In fact, he's actually preemptively invited me to his place at some point once some of the cons settle down and some of his travel plans are settled down, and I get time obviously too, to go check out his dragon hoard of retro machines. Because yeah, I have what could be considered the basic bitch computer collection. I'll admit that. It's Commodore 64, VIC-20, Apple II, PC and PC clones. You know, a lot of retro computer collectors have that kind of stuff, but he has some really obscure machines in his collection that it would be really neat to just see what's all there and see another side of the computer landscape that most people never would. It actually would be kind of neat to do. A lot of lows, a lot of highs for year 5. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, regardless with all the headaches and stress. And a lot of the other stuff that's happened last year too is getting some water in my basement from the heavy storms we've been getting, which is another thing that's been kind of bugging me and irritating me, is like just needing to constantly worry about getting water in the basement. I fixed a lot of the leaks. It's an old house, granted, but a lot of the leaks were coming from some the windows that are along the driveway, some casement windows and that kind of stuff. And I think I've fixed all the leaks that were down here. And the leaks would only pop up when it was really heavy monsoon level rains, which the past few years we really haven't gotten. Maybe once or twice a year, I get a little stream of water from one of the, bad windows I haven't fixed yet. Oh, I gotta fix that later. This summer and spring though have been an extremely wet spring and summer. I think it was like almost, for a while there, it was like almost every week there was a major heavy downpour, 2 or 3 inch, 4 inch downpour in my area. And I got so much water, like in a consistency in my basement, that it was, I had to take time to finally figure out where it was all coming from and fix it. So finally, most of the leaks are fixed, so I shouldn't have to worry about that much in the future now, which is really good. Speaking of the future of the channel, what's going to happen now that I've not only hit 1,000 subs, I've been going for 5 years. Well, I'm not stopping. Like at any point, I have no plans to stop, no plans to slow down, no plans to cease making videos. I'm having too much fun doing this. This is actually a lot of fun making videos and stuff on old retro hardware and computers. The main plan is to get a better schedule going to release content and videos. I want to do at least a video every week. That's my kind of goal. Or maybe 3 weeks out of the month, maybe take a week off. Like I don't remember what YouTuber does that. I think it's an LGR or David Murray that does that. I don't know. It's kind of a nice little schedule that they have. But either way, yeah, I want to get a schedule going so I can start releasing videos on a more consistent level. But yeah, I want to get more consistent schedule going for videos, and not just videos, but also content on other social medias such as Instagram, Facebook, and Threads. I want to get a better schedule going for posting more content on there, and I want to be more interactive on Discord as well. I'm in at least a handful of Discord servers. I just love interacting with more people in the community and that kind of stuff, and it's just something that I need to start doing, is getting more involved with that kind of stuff. Something I have done that was planned for the future, but I do have out now, is I now have a TikTok. The links will be down in the description field for the channel itself, and also down in the description of the video. But yes, I have a TikTok now. Effectively, I'm just reposting my YouTube shorts over to there for right now. I really haven't decided if I want to do anything separate for shorts versus TikTok. But for the most part, most of my shorts are going to be reposted onto TikTok, or vice versa, whichever one I record first. It's going to be reposted for right now until I decide to split them up and have the shorts be for one thing and have the TikToks be for other things. But yes, I do now have a TikTok. Another thing that I've kind of sort of softly been thinking about, and I haven't fully decided yet, is a Patreon. And the reason why I'm kind of hesitant to do that is because I'm such a small channel. I just hit 1,000 subs. I'm not yet monetized. You don't have the watch hours yet, so it kind of feels weird to just be like, hey, I'm starting a Patreon to, whatever. But yes, I do want to at some point in the future start a Patreon. And to be transparent about this, it's solely going to be for the channel kind of thing. So it's effectively just going to be anything that comes in from the Patreon, or the monetization from YouTube, or If I get to that point with any YouTube, donation thing on lives or whatever, it's all going to be going funneled into the channel. Yeah, that's the thing. Any funds that come from like Patreon, all that kind of stuff, would go into the channel to help the channel grow. If I need hard drives, upgrade monitor, upgrade my main PC here, get a part for a computer that I'm needing to get to finish it up, stuff like that. That's going to be what it's for. If I decide to do it, and it's not going to be a huge Patreon amount number. It's going to be like maybe $1, $2, something really small for such a small channel. Not going to be pretentious and be like, $10, $20 for just a small channel. That'd be really freaking ridiculous. I'm pretty sure my own wife would smack me upside the head for even suggesting that. So yeah, it'll be a small amount if I do a Patreon and that kind of stuff. But that's tentative. I haven't really fully decided if I want to go that route yet. For the main future for the channel, my next main goal is monetization. I'm on the road to monetization. That's my next eventual goal. Is I want to keep releasing content and releasing better content to hit the monetization amount, because that would be, I've hit the subscriber number to become a official channel. Now my next goal is to hit the official mark to become a partnerized channel for monetization, which would be an amazing thing to do if I ever hit that point. Something else for the future that I want to do at some point is I want to do a live once in a while. I haven't fully decided what I want to do with that yet. I've said it several times. I said that if I was going to hit the 1,000 mark, I was going to do a live stream for it. With everything going on, I just haven't had a chance to yet. But I do want to start doing some stuff on live, and that's whether it's YouTube live or on Twitch. I do have a Twitch. I just haven't posted anything on it ever. But maybe stream a couple retro games once in a while, or maybe stream a retro PC build from start to finish. Who knows? That might be something I do in the future. And another thing I want to do is, I can't do it this year because it's a little way too short notice, and there's other stuff going on during that time frame. But next year, I am going to make plans to at least go to one vintage computer convention. And I really want to hit up VCF Midwest, which is out on the outskirts this side of Chicago. And I think Stromberg, I think is the city name. But yeah, next year I want to try and get to that. I've been watching it for quite a few years, some other YouTubers going to it. But that's my goal, not as a booth, but as just a visitor to check it out, maybe for a day, make a road trip over there for a day trip. Check it out, that kind of thing. But yeah, that's a lot of future stuff in the works. Just need to funnel them down and get things going with them. Anyway, that's all the channel update I have for right now. But yeah, anyway, that's the update for the channel. The roller coaster that was Gear 5 and all that kind of stuff. The future plans I have for the channel, stuff I still need to do for the channel. But anyway, with all that being said, seriously, thank you all so much for watching not only this video, but my channel for the past 5 years. And I cannot wait to see what the future is going to bring for this little hobby of mine. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.